If you are an established founder who's already committed to creating long-form content like a blog, podcast, or a YouTube video, and wondering how you can make the most of that to attract more ideal clients into your world, this episode is for you. This is part 1 of a 3-part series on my repurposing systems that help clients turn their one idea into at least 7 strategic content pieces that attract high-paying leads for them. Welcome to Create Like a Human. I'm your host, Isabel Chen, content strategist, and this is the podcast for established, high-achieving founders who are ready for storytelling-centered marketing strategies that don't die within a week. Let's start off with what is content repurposing. Content repurposing is essentially taking one idea and sharing it to different platforms. Content repurposing is such a good strategy for those who already have some form of long-form content that is generating leads. Because the benefits of that is that it not only helps you save time, it is also presenting your idea from different angles, which can speak to different customers at a different stage of their buying journey. So that you have content that drives people from discovering you for the first time to eventually buying from you. When you repurpose your content, you're also encouraging repetition. And this is particularly important in 2026, where your dream clients now need more touch points than ever when they're considering whether you are the right person to buy from. In the past, this used to be about 7 touch points. But now, in the age of AI, it's 27 touch points. And when you are repurposing your content effectively, strategically, presenting it from different angles, that's how you are going to speak to your dream clients in a way that doesn't feel repetitive, even though it's coming from the same one idea. It's an online presence that keeps building trust for your brand, even when you're away from your desk. I am going to go through 4 of the main content repurposing mistakes I see most founders make. And we're going to talk about the fixes for these. You might have seen those AI video repurposing tools that promise you 20 clips from a single YouTube video. This is why I don't recommend them. Because what they're doing is that they're taking one long video and turning them into multiple short video clips. This might have worked in 2023, but your buyers are now more discerning because we're in this AI-powered world where anyone can easily create tons and tons of content, but it's not actually positioning you as a leader. When you are cutting out multiple video clips from that one long-form video, what is happening is that those clips are summarizing what you've said instead of positioning you as a leader or as a go-to expert in the space. So the fix for that is what I call strategic repurposing, which is taking the one idea and turning it into different content formats. You'll have your written posts, which speak to people who prefer to read. You'll have your video clips as well, which appeal to people who like to watch videos. And you have your audio clips, which are for people who prefer to listen. Second mistake is using AI to repurpose your content, but not having a human in the loop. Either using ChatGPT or Claude or any other AI tool and dropping a piece of content into it, then saying, repurpose this into social media posts. And then everything it spits out is going to sound so generic because you haven't trained AI in what your business is about, how you speak, who your ideal audience is, and a whole ton of other things that is going to give the AI-generated content the context it needs. And even then, with a trained AI tool, you still want to have someone check it because sometimes it can hallucinate, it can make up quotes. So you want to make sure that you're using it ethically and having a person, even if it's you or a content manager like me, check it. It's going to ensure that every single piece of repurposed text that comes out of AI is aligned with what your business stands for and protects your brand reputation instead of ruining it. The third mistake that some people come to me with when they want to repurpose their content is that they are repurposing content that hasn't resulted in leads or inquiries before. So when you want to repurpose content, you want to use something that is already generating you leads. Because then if you are taking that one long piece of content and turning it into shorter strategic content pieces for social media, for YouTube, for any other platform out there, it is then going to also get the same result. If you haven't got a long piece of content that has generated you leads or resulted in inquiries, what you can do is use social media as a testing ground first before deciding to expand on it. So let's use the example of a graphic designer. And maybe I haven't created any piece of long form content yet. So some ideas I could throw out on social media would be things like, this is why your graphics are looking amateur. Or pro design secrets I use for making designs look professional. These are some ideas that I could turn into social media content to see how people respond to it. You could also take questions that your dream clients are asking you, turn that into social media posts and see what the response is. And then, once you've tested those ideas out, you can expand on them and turn them into long-form content. This is going to ensure that you have content that is attracting the right people, generating you inquiries, because it's calling out a problem that people are aware that they have. And that long form of content is then going to position your service or your offer as a solution. And only then, once it generates inquiries, we can then think about repurposing that piece of content. The last content repurposing mistake I see people make, and this is the reason why if you use AI tools to help you repurpose stuff, it is coming back sounding like a corporate tech bro fresh out of the board eating words. It is because you haven't defined your vocal identity. And if you ever outsource content repurposing or content creation without defining your vocal identity, you will see content coming back to you and it's sounding off, but you don't know why. Vocal identity is the words you use in your content, it's the way you speak, it's the mannerisms, it's your business values expressed in words. If you like this episode, make sure you give it a thumbs up and follow so that you don't miss the next part of this series where I'm going to break down the latest updates to my AI-powered repurposing system that saves me up to 12 hours each week. Thanks for tuning in to Create Like a Human. If this episode sparked new ideas, I'd love for you to hit follow and leave a quick review. It'll only take 2 minutes and means more people like you can find the show. Until next time, keep creating like a human.